pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, justice for all.
Just a brief program. I just want to start off with a couple of quick comments. I want to thank our sponsors. You know, the Back to School Health Fair, which is what Rotary has played such a key role in here, started in 2005 with very humble beginnings. And it's amazing to see where it's come just over the last few years. But I want to specifically thank the Memorial Spring Branch Rotary Club and the Spring Branch Independent School District for the great job they do in pulling this together. You see a lot of their volunteers out here, and I know many of you think this is about backpacks, but it's also about immunization and what we can do to make sure we're ready to go to school. We'll have a number of folks come up and welcome you this morning. I want to start off with somebody who's very special to Spring Branch, the City of Houston District A, our representative on City Council, Brenda Starding, who has been just a huge advocate for Spring Branch. But in addition, you know, she's a successful business person. She had a career in financial services, then she went into the real estate business. But what you'd really say about Councilman Starding is just, I don't care where you are, she is always there. She's always out. She's always active. She is a huge supporter of our community. So please welcome Councilmember Brenda Starding.
I'm tall, but I'm not that tall, Larry. Good morning, everyone. Is everyone getting their backpacks? You ready for school? Yay! Absolutely. I want to thank everyone. Thank you all for coming to the Spring Branch Family Development Center Health Fair. I have attended the fairs in years past, and it's always great to see families come out in such magnitude. Last year, the health fair had great results with over 750 children immunized, and it looks to be a great turnout this year as well. I heard that some of y'all got out here as early as 1 a.m. Oh my goodness, that is great that this is that important to you. As students head back to school, they must make sure they are up to date with the proper vaccines. The Spring Branch Family Development Center Health Fairs has responded to the need for preventative health care. As we head back to school, ready for school? Yes! Yes! Getting your child immunized is one of the most important ways parents can protect their children against serious diseases. I want to thank Executive Director of the Spring Branch Family Development Center, Ricardo Barnes. Where's Ricardo? Hello? Ricardo Barnes, let's give a shout out for Ricardo Barnes. And all of our great sponsors and volunteers. Thank you, volunteers. Raise your hand, volunteers. We need to thank the Rotary. We need to thank Metro for putting a cooling station. If you get hot, there's a bus out front that you can go sit in and cool off today. That's what it's there for. Thank you, Metro. Woo-hoo! But I have to give my favorite shout out. My favorite is to the Northbrook Drum Corps. Woo! Go Raiders! I do have to say I am a Spring Branch alum, and I really appreciate all you supporting Spring Branch and District A and coming out this morning. I want to turn it back over. I want to thank one more time, though, Larry Kellner, who is one of the leaders of our city, for coming out today and giving his time. Larry Kellner, former Continental Airlines executive, and now Greater Houston Partnership. We really really appreciate all he does for our city. Thank him again. Let's go, Spring Branch.
Thank you, Councilmember Sardane. I just want to add on to that. I want to thank the Northbrook High School Drumline under the direction of Mr. Gonzalez and the ROTC under Colonel Schluss again for their fine efforts this morning. And I want to tell you, I appreciate that, Member Sardane, but you're not my favorite elected official. My favorite elected official is the person I'll introduce next, which is my wife, who's the president of the Spring Branch School Board. Susan?
On behalf of the school board, we just want to welcome everybody out here. What an amazing organizational feat. I want to thank the Rotary. I want to thank all of our sponsors. We are looking forward to a great school year, and this is the way to kick it off, getting our kids healthy and our families healthy. So thank you all for coming out, and thanks to the Northbrook Drumline. We can't wait to hear you. And enjoy your day, and we'll see you a week from Monday at school. Thank you.
Thanks, Susan. I appreciate that. I appreciate all you do for Spring Branch as well as for our family. Next on the program, we have the president of the Spring Branch Family Development Board Center, Barry Abrams. Barry has been a long-time active member of the Spring Branch community. He currently chairs the endowment campaign for the Spring Branch Educational Foundation. He worked tirelessly years ago. He co-chaired the bond campaign to get all these new schools. If you look at all the new schools being built up here, Barry was a key leader in making that happen. He has just been here. He's an attorney by day, but he seems like he's a full-time school advocate. Barry, we are just so lucky to have you in our community, and thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you, Larry. And on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Spring Branch Family Development Center, I just want to comment on what a beautiful day, what a beautiful community, and what beautiful proof this is of the power of partnership and the power of collaboration. So on behalf of the Board of the Family Development Center, I want to thank all of the sponsors, I want to thank all of the volunteers, I want to thank all of the families who care so much about their children to participate in this back-to-school event. And I want to thank you, Larry, for the gracious introduction. So thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day, and be sure and get your shots if you haven't gotten them yet. Thank you very much.
Next up, so it takes truly a lot of folks to make something like this happen today. I again want to thank whether it's Texas Children's, Walmart, and all our sponsors for what they do. But if you look at this program, it was the brainchild of Rotary, and it's Rotary, the Spring Branch Family Development Center, and Spring Branch ISD working together. But clearly, if it weren't for Rotary, we wouldn't be standing here today. Chris Schneider is the governor-elect for Rotary District 5890. He's out there, and I tell you, Rotary meets every Friday. It's an organization like so many, but especially Rotary, we are blessed to have in this country and truly making a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Schneider.
Well, isn't this a great event? Good morning, and I want to thank everyone for attending the Spring Branch Community Development Center Health Fair. My name is Chris Schneider, and I am the governor-elect for Rotary International District 5890. Rotary International consists of 531 Rotary districts and about 1.2 million members in 207 countries and geographical areas around the globe. District 5890 comprises 63 Rotary clubs with approximately 3,000 Rotarians in the greater Houston area and surrounding counties. These clubs undertake service projects both local and international level within the 6 focus areas of Rotary. And these are peace and conflict prevention and resolution, disease prevention and treatment, water and sanitation, maternal and child health, basic education and literacy, economic and community development. The members of the Rotary Club of Memorial Spring Branch, of which I am a member, have received a district simplified grant in the amount of $2,500 that matches the money that the club has put in order to make this wonderful health fair happen. Rotarians give freely of their time, talent, and treasure in order to build a better world both locally and internationally by reaching within and embracing humanity. I'd like all the Rotarians that are here to please raise their hands so you can be recognized. And I'd like to ask everyone before you leave here today, please thank all the volunteers and organizers for committing their time and talents to make this event possible. And thank you for allowing me to be here. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Our final speaker this morning is somebody who just makes a huge difference for our community. You look here at the Spring Branch Family Development Center, and it was built and opened its doors in 2001, so it's been here a decade. It has made a tremendous difference in our community. And Ricardo Barnes has been its executive director since it opened in 2001. He's got a master's in clinical psychology, and he's dedicated just a huge, huge part of his life and career to making the Spring Branch Family Development Center a place that's truly a key part of this community, and we are just so lucky to have him. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricardo Barnes.
Good morning, and thanks to all the volunteers who made this happen. And I certainly want to recognize the Caravan and the Blue Bear, who are the ones giving us shots. I want to make sure that you get your shots because this really started about 7 years ago when Dr. Schaffer came and says, we'd like to do something for the kids to get shots for them. And we did. And the Caravan came to our rescue and hooked us up. So here we are now 6 years later in about 6,000 people and a whole lot of kids. And I wouldn't be able to do what I do without the assistance of the volunteers and certainly of our sponsors. I have to thank personally the representatives from Walmart that have been here and it made it possible for us to have those great backpacks for the kids and everything that we have to give out. And to all our vendors that have been here very early on. But I'll be remiss if I do not recognize a dear friend in my right hand, Victor Ali. So, thank you for being here, and thank you for helping out, and thank you for participating, and I'll turn it over to the drum line.
Just before our drum line closes here, we had a couple of last thank yous. I want to thank Wayne Shopper, Spring Branch School Board, who's here this morning, Wayne. I want to thank Manu Rao, who's been huge in the district in making this happen. There he is. There he is. And I also want to thank Duncan Klusman, who, while he couldn't be here this morning because he's out of town, is huge in his leadership in the community, makes a huge difference. But most importantly, again, all the volunteers, everybody here who made this so successful, the nurses, the team, all the volunteers that pulled together to make this so successful. Literally, there's probably over 100 people working on this event this morning, and every one of them was key to being successful. So again, thank you all for your leadership. Thank you, Rotary. Thank you, Spring Branch School Board. And thank you, Spring Branch Family Development Center. With that, I'll turn it over to the drum line to close.